great people here on YouTube. You guys, I would like to thank you for tuning in to Maximizing Monday. Wait a couple minutes. I'm just waiting for some people here to jump on. And sometimes, you guys, I do Maximizing Monday on Facebook at Faith Frinks. And I decided to do more content, visit here, and give that attention more to YouTube as well. So hope you guys had an amazing Monday. I did. I'm super excited about this Maximizing Monday, and the topic is about maximizing the power of positive thinking, right? And I know we hear this all the time, but the thing is with maximizing our mindset, right? Positive thinking, a lot of times we don't realize the power of what we hover in our thought process. I like to look at the mind as like, of course, the mind is a powerful thing. I hope you guys can hear me okay. So, the mind is a powerful, powerful, powerful thing to waste. And we have to take advantage of the opportunity that we get each and every day to renew our mindset, right? Do not conform ourselves to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our minds daily. I like to look at our mind like literally a hard drive, just like a hard drive in your computer. It collects data, it collects information, right? So after so many times of collecting heavy data, and your hard drive, that's positive or negative, your regular computer that you work on every day, hey, we work on this thing, and we collect data and information every single day. So that's good information and bad information that we collect on our hard drive every day, on our PCs, our physical PCs. This is also a mental PC. Our mind collects that data, good and bad information and data every day, and we have to cipher the difference of the bad information and good information we get, and make sure that we have the ability to, and the discipline to go in and detox our mind. If we don't detox our mindset and detox our mental computer, eventually it's gonna crash, right? So I like to always share with people, take that time out for you. That some people may call it self-care. Some people may call it, okay, I'm going on my self-love journey. Some people maybe even call it rediscovering my identity. Because sometimes we can collect information that's bad information that don't align with who we really are, don't align with our identity, right? So we have to be careful of that. We have to be mindful of that and make sure that we take out that time to detox our mental computer. Here's why. If we don't detox our mental computer and take that time to purge and detox that mental computer, so as a man thinketh, so is he. We'll become that very thing. We'll give power to those thoughts, whether they're positive thoughts or negative thoughts. But I come to empower and encourage you today that make sure we take that time out, that discipline, that self-love, that self-care to actually detox our mental computer. We only want to become the positive things in life. We want that to grow. What we focus on the most grows, and we give power to. So, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, we should give power to the positive thoughts that come into our mental database, our mental computer, our mental hard drive. We should our mental antennas and hard drive should be up so high till we detect every negative thought that come in and immediately delete it out of our mental hard drive, literally. Because That's another way that it's a way to plant seed in your life too. If we allow those thoughts to continue to just come in and just come in and just come in and just come in, though that's a negative thinking is nothing but planting seeds, literally. Like, we're allowing seeds to be planted in our mind and we giving power to it. What we focus on the most grows. What we focus on the most grows. What we focus on the most grows. Because think about it. A lot of times we'll continue to give power to negative thinking without even realizing it. I was sharing with a business partner of mine. We were talking about the word of God and we, just talking about our faith. And I remember sharing with them that there's a negative faith and a positive faith, just like negative thinking and positive thinking, right? What we focus on the most, we give power to. We are powerful beings walking around. We are literally power outlets and power sources that we'll be able to connect to people and it'll give them power. So, I mean, think about it. Even the people that come in our space, someday or some way we're going to be able to, when they come into our space, empower them. We're going to be able to share something with them that will literally bless their life and it will give power to the very thing where they're trying to go. And think about this. Another thing that we were talking about, and I was pointed out, like, a lot of people like to give emphasis on Job's story. But if you really go back to the beginning, there was a foundation that started in Job's thinking, in his mental hard drive, in his mental computer. He began to think things of fear, and he gave power to that fear. Because when the very thing that he was fearing happened, he said, oh my God, the greatest thing that I fear has now come upon me. You see what I'm saying? Even though there was instructions that was given for the attack on his life, but it all started in the root cause of his what? Mental computer. It all started in his thinking. So I said all that to say this. It's like we don't realize the power we give our thought process on a day-to-day basis. Or we don't realize that even our thoughts begin to interrupt our identity. Like, it'll begin to bombard our identity and try to make you think you're something else or someone else when God already told us what we really are. Like, he already told us, you were made in my own image and my likeness. So that's power alone. He said, I have given every man a measure of faith. That's power alone. He says, so is a man thinking in his heart, so is he. Your heart and your mind is connected. It have a connection. It actually speaks to one another. Like, we have to literally begin to give our thought life nothing but the power of positivity and life. Where there's death, replace those seeds with life in your thought process. Begin to renew your mind daily. Like, that mental hard drive, we got to begin to maximize the positivity in our thinking. We got to get power to that. So I just wanted to share and empower all of us. I'm empowered by it too. As God has given me to share the power of positive thinking. Like, how many times we look back over our life and we really think about the thought life that we have had. We changed our thoughts about something that we were aiming for. That we were actually trying to accomplish or did accomplish because we changed our mindset, because we began to think positive. I mean, think about that. Like, we are powerful people. Like, we are powerful beings. A lot of times life will happen to us and we begin to like scale back like our positive thinking about ourselves or about a situation. But we have to implement the very promise that God has given us. and begin to give power to that. Right? So let me share another like scenario or example that was really awesome and profound the other day when I just began to think on, think on positive things. Even God tell us in the word, think on things above, not beneath, So think about all the thoughts that we really like when we look back over our life and we think about like how we matured and aged and grew. Hold on, I'm here getting stuck to the microphone. Like when we look back over our life and we have experiences and we have had things happen, we have had trauma to happen, we have had good things happen too. It's not always that we have bad things happen. So I believe this is my personal belief. I believe we face trials and tribulations to grow at a greater dimension in our life. I just don't believe that bad things happen to good people and it do not have like a motive behind it, or it do not have like a destiny behind it. Like you're destined to be great, even in the very things that we go through that hits our life that we may feel like not even a good thing. But think about it. It may not have been good to us, but it was good for us because it helped push that very hidden giant within you to come out, or that hidden greatness that lay dormant. Like, I believe pain feeds our purpose in one way or the other. I just don't believe pain shows up just to show up. Like, I really don't believe that, because God made us so many promises, that I believe that pain has everything to do with our maturity level. Like, it have everything to do with our growth. It has everything to do with, even helping us grow our faith in dimensions and not just have level faith anymore. Like, faith the size of a mustard seed move mountains. Okay, for a faith the size of a mustard seed that'll move mountain, you already know a mustard seed is very small. So think about when we begin to think big thoughts of greatness and big thoughts of what God is going to do in our life and going to use us as a vessel to bless other lives. Like, y'all ever heard of that book by David Squartz by Magic of Thinking Big? Great book. Like, that book has so many biblical principles in it. It's just absolutely awesome on how they took biblical principles literally about the magic of thinking big and how our power that we was created, it give power to those thoughts. Like, the book is awesome. The book is awesome. That's just a recommended book. I'm not here to like sell or promote books, but that book will bless your life. Just like we continue to read our word every day, that God have people out here that wrote books that can literally expand our thinking in a positive direction or in a positive way, that it will give our mind the expansion that we need, right? So I didn't want to hold you guys long. I just wanted to jump on and do this Maximizing Monday and just let us know, like, we have to get on board with, expanding our thought life in a positive way and begin to give power to the very things and promises that God promised us. I don't care how our situation looks on a day-to-day basis, regardless of how it looks, even if it show up like a storm, and that's a whole nother topic, but storms should be embraced. Like the eagle, one of my favorite birds, like, it have a principle that it operates in, that they get excited about the storm because the storm helps them soar them higher altitude. So that's the same with us. Think about shifting our thought process to that. Think about thinking about the storm that show up in our life differently. Like, think about that. One of the principles that the eagles use is they get excited about the storm. But how many of you know family, friends, or business partners have been around, even though the storm shows up, some of them look at it as a bad thing, that it's affecting us in a bad way, but really it's not. God come to soar you higher altitude. Change your thinking on when the storm shows up in our life. We have to change our thinking. Like, even the eagle knows that. Like, that's the life they live. They get excited about the storm because it begins to allow their wings to rest while soaring in the storm. Like, they don't even have to have no movement, like flapping their wings or anything. They get to rest their wings and just soar. And not only just soar, they soar in peace. Like, they're not worrying about the storm coming to affect them in a bad way. No, it's to soar them higher altitude, which ends up causing them to soar above the storm. It's a powerful principle to live by. Like, who'd ever thought? Like, the eagle, like, getting excited. Who would ever think about we as humans getting excited about the storm that showed up? We have to get excited, because knowing, like, we're getting excited because a storm shows up, only God's confirmation to soar us higher altitude. Whether that's in our faith, whether it's in our personal life, whether it's in our business life, whether it's in our spiritual life, however, in every other area of our life, God comes to soar us higher altitude. That's why the storm shows up. It allows us to soar above that storm. And how many know that the storm, after the storm is over, like, there's sunshine, you know, after that storm. So I just wanted to empower and challenge us tonight that we have to maximize the power of positive thinking in every area of our life. We have to do it. It's a must. It's a must that we have to do it. So I just wanted to share that, and I pray you guys have an amazing week. And we'll be back with another Maximizing Monday on every Monday, not unless I'm just in a totally different area. But however, even if I'm in another location, I'm still to attempt to get it done. No excuses, right? Love yourself and go be great.